Lace lichen are very different than Spanish moss in that they have no leaves. We've talked about lichen before as an example of a symbiotic relationship between a fungus that provides structure and an alga that provides nourishment. But lace lichen, they don't grow on rocks, they grow aloft in trees. And they get all their moisture and minerals from the air. Because they trap particles from the air, lace lichen depend heavily on air quality, and they're very sensitive to nitrogen pollution. Lace lichen are what biologists call an indicator species because they show how healthy the ecosystem is. And they help biologists monitor changes in the environment, predict ecological shifts, and prevent biodiversity loss. It's kind of like noticing the first domino in a train of dominoes starting to wobble. This reminds me, in Matthew chapter 24, Jesus' closest friends ask him, "What will be the sign of your return and the coming of the end of the age?" Jesus responds and says, "But no man knows the day or the hour." Jesus goes on to give us indicators of his return. And he says there will be wars and rumors of wars. There will be food shortages, diseases, earthquakes in many places. And he goes on to say there will be lawlessness and the love of many will grow cold. But even though Jesus gives some indicators of the time of his coming, ultimately he tells us, so you too must keep watch, for you don't know the day when your Lord is coming. You must also be ready all the time, for the Son of Man will come when it's least expected. Jesus wants us to ultimately monitor, which means watch, so that we can be wise, obeying his commands and serving him, and so that we can warn others, possibly preventing loss. So seekers, let's treat every day like today could be the day.